So in this video, we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna give you all the knowledge that I have from all the experiences that I gain about leadership. I got a reminder, bedtime reminder. No, I'm not sleeping, bro. About leadership. And I'm gonna tell you what are the 4 main qualities of a real leader. Firstly, we have to distinguish between a leader and a boss. You might be saying, what's the difference? There's no difference. They both are the same. They're not the same. I'm going to tell you the difference between both of them. A boss is a person who you follow in, let's suppose, a company, a private company or a public company, who you follow, whose orders you follow. But he's the only person, he's just a person who doesn't lead you to somewhere. A boss is a selfish person. He wants you to do work just because he's getting profit from it. And he can replace you anytime soon. Let's suppose you're not doing the job. Let's suppose you have a family problem, you have an emergency, or you might be having some, like some 1,000 type of problems, right, in your life. He won't give a shit. He would just want you to work every time the same as you do every day. On the contrary, a leader is a person who leads you there and who leads by example. Who's not a boss, but he's a person who has done your job, who knows how to do your job, and he leads you with the example. He understands you. He's not a boss. He's not very bossy. That's what you call a leader. There's a little difference between boss and a leader, but now you know the difference. Now, what are the main qualities of a leader, of a real leader? We're not talking about, bullshit qualities like, yeah, he has to be respectful, or he has to be, like he has to be good at his job, or maybe, he has to be like some other, basic qualities. No. The real qualities, according to me, and I know I'm correct, if you have any other quality, which are not basic, of course, that you think a leader has, comment down below. I'll read all the comments, and in the next video, maybe I can, read the comments and tell in the video that, yeah, this is the quality that I didn't cover in the video. Or maybe I can take your name and everything, I can give you a shout out. But the 4 qualities of a leader that I have in my mind, the first quality, he has to have a high stress tolerance. Let's suppose a CEO, right? CEO of Google. A CEO is a person who has to plan future and past. That's what I think. He has done all of the work. He has made the company. Even if he got hired, the only main job duty he has to do is think about the past and the future. From the past, he has to track what mistakes the company made, where were they wrong, how did they lose the money, and what qualities did a company or features, or what did the company do right that brought money in the company. He has to analyze the past, and he has to think about the future, that how can we learn from the mistakes, and how can we direct the company to the right vision future. How can we give a new vision to the company? For the present, they are different people. Let's suppose HR, human resource manager, all the other employees. They think about the present. They get the job duties, they get orders from their managers, and they have to follow the orders. That's in present. They have to follow the orders in present. But a CEO, he doesn't get orders. What does he do? He has to think about future, and he has to track and analyze the past. So he has to have a high stress tolerance, because a CEO gets a lot of stress just 3 or 4 times a year. That's not a lot, that's just 3 or 4 times a year. You might be thinking, just 3 or 4 times a year, that's all? But in those 3 or 4 times, in 1 year, in the whole year, that's like 12 months. He gets a lot of stress each time that he has to manage everything in that time. He has to manage all the people, he has to manage all the connections, he has to manage all the investors, he has to manage all the marketing and sales, and he has to manage everything. Let's suppose something happened to the company, something bad happened. For example, let's suppose company's reputation went down. Maybe something happened. Let's suppose the company got boycotted, right? Something happened. The company's reputation went down. Stocks went down. Investors are asking. Who are they going to ask? They're going to ask CEO. And CEO is getting stress from everywhere, from the staff, from the employees, from all the people, from the relatives, from their family, from his family, from the investors, like from all the connections he has, from everywhere. That's why a CEO should be having high stress tolerance, because he only has to deal high levels of stress 3 or 4 times a year. I mean, there could be more, but average it's 3 or 4 times. And he has to track the past, and he has to think about the future. That's the first quality of leader. Second quality, he should be having lack of empathy. Now you might be thinking, why lack of empathy? A leader should be having more empathy, right? He should be, as I said, he should be leading by example, right? So he should be having more empathy. Now you're confusing empathy with respect. I'm not saying he should respect all the people, that he should just disrespect all the people. He would be having respect, and that's how he grew. That's how he became the leader. I don't know what's happening to my screen. That's how he became the leader. But he would be having lack of empathy. Let's suppose something happened. Reputation of the company went down because of one mistake of an employee. Let's suppose a social media manager, right? He did something wrong. Let's suppose a meme or anything, like right? Like hundreds of things that could happen in the world. And because of a meme, let's suppose it's a very small topic. Let's suppose because of a meme, company's reputation went down. What's gonna happen after that? He will be called for a meeting with CEO. And now he's gonna show no empathy. Because if he shows empathy, let's suppose a person who has empathy, he might be thinking that, yeah, this person has done mistake, but he's my friend, or maybe he's here for like 2 or 3 years. I shouldn't do this. The job market is very bad and everything, right? You have to show lack of empathy at that time, and you have to show that that person has made a mistake, or maybe let's suppose some other example, that a person disrespected some other person, and that was his choice. Now the CEO has to make a decision. He has to fire the employee. He has to terminate the employment of the employee. That you made this decision and you were aware of it, your intentions were bad, I'm not gonna show any empathy on you, and I have to fire you. I have to take this strong decision. So the leader should be having lack of empathy. Third, the leader should be organized. Oh, why do I say that? Give me 1 second. I mean, someone's calling me, man. Give me 1 second. I'm not distracted, but let me. I hate when this happens, when people call me when I'm recording a video. Where is that? Where is do not disturb? Do not disturb. Okay, oh, it's over here. Sorry about that. If you were still watching me, you're the real fan. So let's go for the third point. The third point, it's the leader should be organized. Why do I say that? Let's suppose you are a person and you want to start a business. You are business minded, right? You want to start a business. If you're not organized, would you be able to handle more stress on yourself? Let's suppose you do gym, you study a little bit, you improve your life, you read books and everything. But if you're not organized in everything, your study is falling apart, you're not continuous in your gym, you're not consistent in your reading books journey, you're not doing everything in a consistent manner, you're not organized at all. You do things whenever you feel like. You don't stick to anything. Do you think that you would be able to handle more stress that's coming on you when you open a company? You wouldn't, right? Why is that? Because you're not organized. If someone gives you, let's suppose, a task to do, you're not able to do your task, you're not able to do the task that you have right now. What makes you think that the other person would trust you with their money, with all the tasks that they're giving to you, if you're not doing your own tasks? So a leader should be organized. And by organized, I mean well organized. He should be knowing all the past mistakes he did. He should be knowing how is his gym going. He should be knowing which way his life is going. He should be knowing, let's suppose, if we talk about money, how much money is it coming in his life and in the company. Let's suppose somewhere else. That's what I also do. I keep track of everything. By everything, I mean money, gym, university, what else? My YouTube, everything. I analyze everything. And the person should be organized. If you don't have organization skills in your life, you would not be a great leader. I'm telling you that by personal experience. And if that also makes sense, if you have common sense, you would also think, yeah, I mean, if a person is not organized, how would he take on more tasks on himself, right? He wouldn't. And more organized you are, the more tasks you can take on yourself, because you have good time management skills. And if you have good time management skills, you would be able to, block your time in different ways so that all of your tasks are being done. That's a very good quality of a good leader. If you see any person like this in your life, who's very organized, who's very smart, and who keeps track of everything, all the money in, money out, where he's spending. I'm not saying, you should be constrained on your budget, but you should at least keep track of everything. Where is your life going? Where are you lacking? Where are you doing good? So that you have to spend your time on the things that you're lacking, and you have to, decrease your time in spending. You have to decrease your time on the things that you're already doing good. That's like if you speak 3 languages and you speak 2 languages very good and the third one is lacking, you would spend more time on the language that you're lacking, right? And you would not speak more often the languages that you already speak good. Yeah, that's the basic of time management skills. I have so much knowledge in myself. I should release a video course about anything. I'm a polymath. I could release a video course on everything, anything like time management, productivity, leadership. I mean, communication skills. I'm already giving so much value. You should already like me. You should already think that yeah, Mandeep, he's giving so much value for free on YouTube. I'm giving you all the experiences that I gained, all the knowledge that I gained in the hard way. But yeah, let's move on to the fourth quality, which is the most important quality. Last but not the least, which is unpredictability. A leader should be unpredictable. He should not be predictable. The moves that he has to make for the company, no other competitor, no other employee should be able to guess. Why is that? If your moves are easy to guess, do you think your competitors would not be able to outcompete you? They would be able to, right? If you're very predictable, firstly, your employees won't respect you because they know your every move. So that, I mean, they would be like, yes, I can also do it. Let me guess, what's your next move? That's right. Yeah, why do I need to listen to you? Let's suppose if you're very predictable as a person, girls won't like you because that's what they like, unpredictability. That's why they like assholes, because they're very unpredictable. As I'm saying, I should also release a video course on girls. If we need any video course, and if you think that I'd be the good person to release that course, and if you know that I have the knowledge for that, drop it in the comments. And if you have been watching till this far, comment a word. Let's suppose, what's a good word? Yeah, comment polymath, polymath. Let me see who's watching. And the motherfuckers who are not watching, you guys will be unsuccessful because you can't just watch a YouTube video. And I know I speak good. I speak very good. I've been improving my communication skills from 3 or 4 years. I speak very good, and I'm speaking excellent. So there's no way that, oh, my attention span is very low, so I can't listen to you, I can't stick to one video. Fuck that bullshit. So as I was saying, if you're very predictable as a person, girls won't like you. And all the investors, why would they trust you if you are if you're very predictable? They'd be like, yeah, man, like, you're not competent. You're not a competent man. You can't. You're very predictable. Why would we trust you? Because you're very predictable. So the competitors, they would be able to predict you. They would be able to predict your next move, right? And like, that's very basic. So you should be very unpredictable. I'm not saying do very like strange things that today I'm gonna do this and tomorrow I'm gonna say yeah I'm not doing it. So I'd be like very unpredictable. I'm not saying that. That's like basic common sense, right? You get the point, right? If you have been watching till this far, you might be one of those people who has a great knowledge. You're a smart person, I would believe. So you get the point, right? So these are the 4 points that I think a leader should have. Except all the basic qualities that yeah, he should be leading, he should have leadership skills, and he should be respectful and everything. But unpredictability, organization, what else did I say? Yeah, I forgot, man. Like, I didn't make a script or anything for this video, but I had the knowledge and I gave it to you. I forgot, man. I really forgot. I have a memory of a goldfish. But fuck that. You get the point, right? If you forgot, scroll back the video. Not scroll back. Start the video from the start and watch it. So these are the 4 points. And let me know about the video course. That should I release a video course or something, and of course I'm gonna charge you for it. I'm not giving my knowledge for free. And if you have been watching, remember the word that I told you? I'm not gonna say it again. Okay, let me just say it. If you have been watching this till this far, comment the word polymath, and I'm gonna reply to you. Alright? So these were the 4 qualities of a leader, and if you like the content, subscribe. If you don't like the content, I was about to show you middle finger, but it's okay. Alright? Enjoy your life.